Tell me your childhood zip code and I can predict whether you've been incarcerated, graduated high school, went to college, or broke out from generational poverty. Sounds like magic, right? It's not. It's data. I'm Dr. Jazlyn Nketia, a cognitive scientist with a deeply interdisciplinary lens. I use economics to explore how lived experience and context shape executive function development. One of my favorite econ tools comes from the Harvard Opportunity Insights team. They're a group of economists, and they use IRS and census data to create maps that show how opportunity is distributed across the United States. Those maps reveal how neighborhoods influence life outcomes, like college attendance, income, and even incarceration rates. Every dot represents real children whose futures are shaped by structural opportunity. Each year a child spends in a higher opportunity area predicts 10% higher adult income. Place isn't destiny, but it provides powerful data on how environments shape possibility. Socioeconomic status is not poverty. They're related, but they're not the same thing. And until we learn that difference, we can't have real conversations about brain development, parenting, or policy. People often hear socioeconomic status and they think rich versus poor, but it's much more complex than that. Socioeconomic status, or SES, is a multidimensional measure. It includes income, education, and occupation. It's not just money. Poverty, on the other hand, is an economic condition, often defined by thresholds like the federal poverty line. Two families can earn the same income but have very different SES depending on factors like job stability, parental education, family size, neighborhood safety, and access to enrichment. In research, we captured this complexity through measures like the income to needs ratio, which compares family income to the poverty threshold, and the MacArthur ladder, where people rank their own social standing. In my own work, I built composite SES scores with objective and subjective measures, because objective resources and subjective experiences shape the brain. Here's what's wild. Developmental neuroscience shows the same pattern. Neighborhood context affects the architecture of the brain, including the prefrontal cortex and the hippocampus, which are regions tied to stress regulation, attention, and memory. Your zip code can literally leave fingerprints on neural development, not because of genes, but because of context. A nationwide study called the Adolescent Brain Cognitive Development Project, with over 11,000 children that participated, found that neighborhood poverty was linked to differences in brain structure, even after accounting for family income. Children from higher poverty neighborhoods showed smaller volumes in the prefrontal cortex and hippocampus, which are regions central for learning, memory, and self-regulation. But smaller doesn't mean damaged. These are adaptive responses to context. Brains tuning to stress, vigilance, and uncertainty to survive. And when environments change, safer neighborhoods, stable schools, community resources, developmental trajectories can shift. The same plasticity that allows brains to adapt to hardship also lets them recover with support. So when we talk about educational equity and economic policy, we're also talking about brain equity. Socioeconomic context doesn't just shape opportunity. It shapes the neural systems that help children to seize it. When we collapse socioeconomic status and poverty, we ignore the complexity of lived experience, and we risk pathologizing people instead of analyzing context. Brains are built through experience, not fixed at birth. If we want to change outcomes, we start by changing context. When we change environments, we change trajectories for individuals and generations. Socioeconomic context leaves traces in data and development, from census maps to MRI scans, and both tell the same story. Opportunity is not evenly distributed, but it is changeable. Let me know what you want to learn next. Maybe how your genes actually work in the brain. If this video was helpful, like it, save it, share it, drop a comment below, and follow for more brain science made crispy clear.